a unusually warm and beautiful morning here in the UK. It's been 6 weeks, almost a month and a half, since I took the MV in to have its exhaust changed from the one that's on there now, because it's too loud and I've been told borderline illegal, for swapping it for the MV stock exhaust for the F3, but they couldn't do it. They literally couldn't free it off, as you would have seen in the earlier, either in this video or a previous one. So the earliest they could get it back in is now, month and a half later. So we're going to have a second attempt, and I'm really hoping that they can do it, because I really can't afford to keep spending time going to and fro over to 3D Moto, because it's an hour's journey each way, and yeah, it's a pretty long old trip. Now you might see that I've once again got the B-line reattached to the bike again. However, based on the last experience, I'm not actually going to use it or take any notice of it until I actually get to a point where I'm actually lost, because I've been there once now, and I'm really starting to get a feel for where it is and how to get there. So hopefully I won't even need to use the V-line this time, I hope not, but I've got it attached just in case I really do get lost and have to use it to get me to my eventual destination. So I'm going to enjoy this ride. It's an absolutely beautiful day to be out on this bike. Thank goodness for that, really. It would have been awful to have gone back a second time on a day when it was pouring with rain and freezing cold, and I was dreading that it might happen. So yeah, let's get over to 3D Moto, enjoy this little opportunity to ride the bike over there on such a beautiful day, and see if they can, on this attempt, put the correct exhaust back on this lovely MV. Woo! Absolutely love this bike. Road, as per last time, we have the famous speed cameras, which are in fact average speed cameras, so they're measured across the distance of the road. So we've got to now keep to the speed limits, as always, of course, but we've got to be especially careful not to accidentally go too fast. But still, it's still fantastic. Great fun. The new exhaust has finally been fitted. The old one's been taken off. Probably going to look to sell the old one. But yeah, this is the approved exhaust, SC Projects one, and it is meeting the Euro standards for volume. So I'm going to fire it up now and we'll see. I'm trying to film this while holding a camera at the same time. Okay, so this is what it sounds like now. Now the thing is, it definitely is a lot quieter when you fire it up, and it definitely ticks over far quieter, but when you rev it, actually you still get that raucous noise. It's quite amazing. Well, we're going to ride it home now and see what we think on the way back. Hopefully we won't get any rather annoyed looks as I ride through the town this time, but let's find out. Okay, so let's see how this bike runs now. We have the new Project exhaust on it. See if we can get home without raising too much grumpy eyebrows from various people in small villages. Well, it definitely sounds and feels a lot smoother now, a lot more refined, I think is probably the word I'm looking at. But it's still, to be honest, it's still pretty raw. I'm quite surprised. I did expect it to be a little bit like my Ducati Supersport, where it's you know, really refined, but actually you've still got that rawness, and I'm pretty sure that if I get it up to some half decent revs, this thing's going to absolutely scream still, just like it did with the old exhaust. The only difference is it's not going to be as loud and ground shattering as it is on Tickover, which is you know, which is what you want, because when you fire it up, the last thing you want is the whole thing shaking the ground at 8 o'clock in the morning when your neighbours are trying to have a cup of breakfast tea or something. So it's sitting quite sort of quietly and respectfully in this traffic. But I'm pretty sure when I get this thing on the open road, this is going to absolutely scream. So we haven't ruined it, which is a good thing. Or I don't think we have anyway. Look at this, lovely. Going through this little town now. No more noisy reverberations off the side of the walls. Lovely. Far more respectable. Well, that's interesting. I don't know if you can see this. We've got a lorry here which is about 20 feet back from the traffic lights for some reason. Right, we're going to get a chance now to test this exhaust. I've got a clear run, so yes, that's much better. Woo! So let's just open this up and show you what's inside the box. And this is where I was really astounded, because you will probably be hopefully as excited and impressed as I was when you see what's in the box.